Hi all. Today we'll be discussing about how we'll approach the question Haldane effect for the exams. And I'm Dr. Aruna Davis.
So as like in any other answer, you have to first start with a brief introduction or a definition. So what is the definition of Haldane effect? So the Haldane effect describes how oxygen concentration determines the hemoglobin affinity for carbon dioxide. So here the key words are oxygen concentration and hemoglobin affinity for carbon dioxide. So what does this mean? I think I will explain this with the help of this diagram. Here in this diagram we can see that this is the alveolus, okay, and here we have a capillary which contains the red blood cell. Now in the lungs the concentration of oxygen is more, so there will be diffusion of oxygen from lungs to the RBC, and this oxygen will bind to the hemoglobin. Now as soon as hemoglobin binds with the oxygen, it will displace the carbon dioxide which was present, and thus carbon dioxide is released from that hemoglobin. Okay, so in simpler terms, binding of oxygen with hemoglobin tends to displace carbon dioxide from the blood. Okay, so this is called the Haldane effect. This can be more easily demonstrated in carbon dioxide dissociation curve. So what is carbon dioxide dissociation curve? It is a curve that we plot with the partial pressure of carbon dioxide on the x-axis and the volume percentage of the carbon dioxide content in the blood in the y-axis. Now when we plot this, we get a curve. Let's try to understand this curve. We know that at the tissue level, the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 45. You must be familiar with this diagram. So here at the tissue level, the partial pressure of carbon dioxide was 45. So from this curve, can we estimate the carbon dioxide content? Say here, according to this graph, the carbon dioxide content for partial pressure 45 is around 52. Okay. Now, at lung level, the partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 40. So from this graph, what will be the carbon dioxide content? It should be around 50, right? But now here comes a twist. When they actually measured it, they found that at the lung level, the partial pressure of partial pressure of carbon dioxide is 40, the carbon dioxide content was only 48. Okay, instead of the expected 50. So what does that mean? It means that more carbon dioxide is released at the lung level. Now why is this so? Here we can see that the difference lies in the partial pressure of oxygen. In the first graph, the partial pressure of oxygen was 40 millimeters of mercury. And the second graph, which demonstrates the effect at the lung level, the partial pressure of oxygen is 100. So it was because of this difference that the dissociation curve shifted. Okay. So this shift in the carbon dioxide dissociation curve is due to Haldane effect. So actually this diagram beautifully demonstrates the effect of Haldane effect. Okay. Now how will we write this concept into our answer sheet? So here you can write that the normal PCO2 of 45 millimeters of mercury in the tissues causes 52 volume percent of carbon dioxide to combine with the blood. On entering the lungs, the PCO2 falls to 40 and the PO2 rises to 100. So, the increase in PO2 in the lungs lowers the carbon dioxide dissociation curve so that the carbon dioxide content falls to 48 volume percent. Okay. So, if the carbon dioxide dissociation curve did not shift because of Haldane effect, the carbon dioxide content of the blood would fall only to 50 volume percentage. That is a loss of 2 volume percent of carbon dioxide. Okay. So, this shows the significance of Haldane effect. Thus, the Haldane effect doubles the amount of carbon dioxide released from the blood in the lungs and the amount of carbon dioxide picked up in the tissues. Okay, so if you first understand the curve properly, then we will be able to write down this concept in our answer sheet. It might be a bit difficult in the beginning, but after you hear it one or two times, you will be more familiar with this concept. Okay. So whenever this question is asked, be it carbon dioxide dissociation curve or just as Haldane effect, it is ideal that you draw this curve. Okay, so how are you going to draw it? You first draw a horizontal line showing the partial pressure of carbon dioxide We know that the normal is between the range of 40 to 45. Okay, and then you on the y-axis you draw the carbon dioxide content in the blood, and then we first draw a curved line at PO2 of 40. Okay, such that this 45 corresponds to 52 and 40 corresponds to 50, and then you draw another curve at partial pressure of oxygen at 100 in such a way that the 40 corresponds to 48. Okay, and then you mark that shift as Haldane effect. Okay, so this is how you will draw the diagram for this answer. Now for an additional scoring points, you can also write about the mechanism of Haldane effect. Okay, it is similar to the carbon dioxide. If you understand the carbon dioxide transport properly, you will be able to understand the mechanism of Haldane effect. So those interested, in order to know why Haldane effect is happening, you can also write about the mechanism of Haldane effect. So in just one sentence, if you have to describe it, we can just say that combination of oxygen with hemoglobin in the lungs causes hemoglobin to become a stronger acid. So then with this concept, the other further reactions can be described, like how it releases the H plus and how H plus combines with bicarbonate, etc. Okay, so for additional marks you can write this also. Now, so in a nutshell, if you get a question like Haldane effect, what all should you remember? What are the must know points? So first of all, you should know that Haldane, when you hear the term Haldane, you should remember that that effect is the hemoglobin affinity to carbon dioxide depending on the concentration of oxygen. And L, you have to write the example of the lungs, that is when oxygen combines with hemoglobin, the carbon dioxide is released faster. You also have to draw the dissociation curve of carbon dioxide. Now to draw the dissociation curves, you should know these values. When PCO2 is 45, carbon dioxide content is 50. When it is 40, initially it is 50, but because of the shift it is 48. Okay, you should know at least these basic points. So I hope it is clear. Thank you.